Yes. Morning, welcome back again to the third day of our Jonathan the Seagull book discussion. Thank you for joining, Masters, and my pranams and thanks to Karnaji for being a guide and teacher and whatever knowledge I have learned and sharing with you because of her. Thank you to Karnaji. And then let's do a small recap of yesterday's whatever we saw from Jonathan Livingston the Seagull, whatever his journey was in the second part of the day. Second day, we will just see a little recap. First thing Jonathan notices as he came to the higher level, there were less people. So when he asked Sulaiman says, we choose our next, what we can say, our next world or our next birth through what we learn from this one. What we learn from this one, that is how we choose our next birth. So if we don't learn anything in this life, as Meena, as in this body, if I don't learn anything, it will be the same with same limitation, same worry, same thought process like that. I will take a next birth also. So if I learn something, then my level of birth depends on that. So that is the first lesson he learns from Sulaiman. And Sulaiman teaches him about his way to fly, speed, and how to have a control and all those things. And when Jonathan meets the next grandmaster like that, we saw Chiang, he asks, what is this? Is this heaven? And the second lesson Jonathan learns from Chiang is that is heaven is just being perfect. It is not a place, or it is not a time. This time you will reach, after death you will reach. It is not a place or anything like that. Heaven is just being perfect. And there is no limitation. Perfection doesn't have any limitations at all. Perfect speed is, my son, is being there. These are the first lessons from Chiang Jonathan learns. So, and the next lesson he learns, and then he learns lessons from Chiang. The next lesson he comes to know from the great grandmaster, we can say, to reach anywhere, you must learn, you must begin to know that you have already arrived. So I always had a thought like, okay, this Janma I will start working, maybe next Janma I will reach self-realization, maybe next Janma I will get this. This Janma I will have lots of work to do. We have lots of our anger issues or maybe hatred, jealousy, so much is there to work. How will I finish in this Janma? Maybe next Janma. But as the Jonathan Seagull book, it says, it is possible. You just have to know that concept, and you will have a belief that you will reach there. It is possible for everybody. Forget about faith, understand the concept, and I am perfect, I am unlimited. It is possible. If I work, it is reachable. The goal is reachable, and keep working on. The third lesson, before the Chiang left his body, when he left and he left to the higher worlds, the last lesson he gave Jonathan was work on love and compassion. These two things, Jonathan, please do work on that. When he heard Chiang say that, Jonathan thinks, okay, now in this level of learning, there is the Sulaiman and he has his students. There are people to teach and they are learning. All are having the same interest. I must go back to the flock where I left and came. Let me go back to them and then I will start my work over there. Then Sulaiman says, don't go back. They were out. They outcasted you. They didn't want you. They didn't accept you. They didn't want to even recognize your success. They didn't want to even acknowledge you. Why you want to go back? But then Jonathan felt, no. That is the last lesson, love and compassion, what the grandmaster. Where we are not actually accepted, where we are loved, we will like to go back. Okay, like Vinita ji is calling me, love, come for lunch. I will immediately, when somebody who's not fond of me, who says mean things to me, if they call, I'll think twice before, should I go back? Should I go to that place or not? Like that, Jonathan says, no. Where I have to work is I have to go back, even though they were mean to me, even though they didn't accept me, even though I was an outcast, I should go back. And here you are there as a master to help these people. There, in case there is one more Jonathan like me who is coming up, I must be there to teach him. So I want to go back there. Then Sulaiman says, I will miss you, Jonathan. Jonathan says, friendship doesn't depend on things like space and time. That's also a nice thing I felt. Like, certain friends are there. We don't talk every day, day to day, or you meet them after 6 months, still you feel connected. Still you can catch up with your friendship. Like then the real friendship doesn't depend on space and time. That's what Jonathan tells Sulaiman, and he starts his journey back to the flock where he left and came. That is the third part of the book. That is the third part of the story of Jonathan. So that when Jonathan is reaching that place where his old house was, or we can say where his old friends, where his old parents and flock was there, he can see a young bird, small bird. His name is Fletcher. He's like an angry bird, you can call. He's very scolding those people by they are outcasted me. What do they think? I will teach them all a lesson, like that. Then Jonathan understands this Fletcher has been also outcast by the big group of flock. So he is trying to learn like Jonathan, the flying and the trick of flying up high and coming down, all those things. I'll teach these people a good lesson when I learned. What do they think, like that? Then Jonathan slowly comes and flies next to him, and then he tells, don't be angry. They have outcast you. They're hurt themselves. They're not hurting you. So I will teach you if you forgive them and help to understand them one day. That's what Jonathan did. Jonathan was never angry at those people for being mean to them. They were all of them showed their back, but then he was sad that he couldn't share his knowledge. So same thing he tells Fletcher, forgive them, help them to understand, and one day go back and help them work. That's what Jonathan himself is doing, like coming back to help these people work. So then this little Fletcher says, okay, I will start. I will do. And then he starts learning from Jonathan. So every day they both are together learning how to fly, how do you control your wings, how to control the speed, how do you do the aerobatics. Jonathan wanted to fly always in speed and then do the aerobatics, like they say. And then this small bird was more also interested in doing the aerobatics. So they learn. Slowly, in 3 months of time, they get 6 students. He gets more people. People are watching them from the flock, and then he gets more students to teach. So Jonathan is happy, and then he's teaching each one of them how to perfectly fly. He keeps like how we do meditation or how we do satsang. Jonathan also tries to teach them in the evening. After morning is all flying lessons, and then evening he tells them, each of us are unlimited. There is nothing limiting us. We perfect flying is what is towards expressing our real nature. That is what he learned from Chiang. So he says, be perfect in our flying is what we are expressing. That is real nature. Everything whichever is limiting us, keep us aside. Keep it aside. I can't do this. Maybe I can't fly. I'm scared going up. Maybe this much speed I can't do. I can't do this somersault like this, like that. Anything limiting beliefs, keep it aside. And then he keeps talking to them. They don't understand Jonathan's lesson so much, but still they're somewhat pulled towards him, because they want to know what is made a ordinary bird like me, like Jonathan, how he has become this grandmaster, how is he able to handle this, how is he shining like this, like that. They're interested. So slowly he keeps teaching them in the evening and morning. That he keeps taking classes. Your whole body is what you think. It's your whole body, from tip of your, we say from tip of our head to tip of our toes. In the book it says from the wing tip to the wing tip. That is their whole body. It is what is your thought. Whatever is you think, that is what you are, like that. Then he keeps teaching them, even though they can't absorb everything, but they are interested in what Jonathan is telling. So he teaches now. There are 6 to 7 to 8 students. Then as soon as he taught them enough of knowledge about the flight and how they can go fly, and then how they can make like an arrow they can form and come, then Jonathan says, now it is time to go back to the crowd, full crowd. And then they are saying, no, they will not, they don't like us, they are all outcasts, we are all outcasts, we can't go back. Then Jonathan said, don't be scared, we will go. It's time, come back to go to the flock, okay, wherever. And then we have to show. So one day when everybody, the whole gathering of flock, all the birds are there, these people make a formation like an arrow or like a lines, like that. They make formation and they fly on top of them. So to create more interest and to gather more students. So then everybody is saying, some of them says the older seagulls who are old, like a panchayat, old people who sit and make rules and regulations like that. They say, don't see them, don't look at them, don't turn your head towards that, turn your back towards them. They are all outcast children. They cannot be accepted. Don't look like that. They try to they're trying to scream and control the crowd. But the younger generation who has seen this magic in front of the eyes, so they are all interested. Oh, what, let these old people tell, but what are they doing? This is really like a magic. We thought we are not able to do all those things. We are only small birds to hop up to our food and come back. This looks so interesting. This looks great. Their interest is triggered. So that is what Jonathan wanted to do also. That is why he is flying above them also. So they ignore the elders. And then when Jonathan and people are all outcast, so they're all far away, no? In the night, they come slowly in the dark without anybody seeing. They're hiding behind, and then they're watching them. Slowly, they get the courage to leave the family back or the flock back, and they learn lessons with Jonathan. Fletcher is learning. Like Jonathan used to be a fast learner, Fletcher, the younger bird whom Jonathan meets first as he comes back, he is also a fast learner. So he is learning very fast in his tricks. And then main part is Jonathan is concentrating on Fletcher so that he can be his successor. So he is teaching him more than everybody else. He is teaching him more skills so that, and one day while teaching, Fletcher was coming back in a big, now very how fast he is coming back. There is a small bird coming in between. So Fletcher gets hurt and he falls, crashes into the big rock, and he feels he is almost dead. So seeing that, everybody is shocked. And there are people always, whenever we do good or bad, there are people always saying, oh, like complimenting. There are people always there to curses also. They will all say nasty things also. So when Fletcher was hurt, everybody says, oh, this is Jonathan is a devil. He had killed Fletcher, like that. They all scream at him. And then Jonathan carries Fletcher, like how the Chiang taught him to switch from one place to another, like that he takes him to the another place. And then Fletcher also thought, oh, am I dead or what? No, I can hear you, Jonathan. I can see, okay, I'm not dead. Like that, he opens his eyes and then he talks. But what happened to me, that you lost control. You had a crash on the big rock. So we are here. Don't worry. It will be all okay. We can go back to the flock. Then Fletcher also feels a little bit energized, takes a little rest. When they're coming back, people are always revolution. Like, they're not accepting Jonathan. Now there are people screaming half this way, half that way, like that. Then Fletcher says, we will go back. I need some more break. We will go back somewhere and then take a break and then come back. Okay. And then they both fly again far away. They take rest for some time. Fletcher recoups and then comes back. And then Fletcher says, why it is so difficult to teach the right things to the people. Okay, we are not doing anything wrong. We are teaching them right. We want to teach them this is possible for you. We are teaching them this is a gift God has given us. There is no limitations. You can fly. Why it is so difficult for people to understand you are a limitless person. You can achieve anything you want. You are what you think of. Why it is so difficult? And then says Jonathan tells Fletcher, slow down, slowly you will work. Slowly you will work on them, and slowly you will bring people into your fold, then teach. So it doesn't work as a magic immediately, because we are also brought up with so much of mindset from a child, small. Okay, you can do this, you don't do this, you touch here, you don't touch here. So much of restrictions we are also. But when we come to our spiritual level, when we come to our learnings or reading books, then we like Anaji said, now throat problem, cough, what is the cause? Like, it is everything what our thought process is. Everything we can cure ourselves. There are, with meditation, people have cured from cancer to arthritis to any disease. So whatever we think, that's what happens inside our body, and the reaction is like we get a thyroid problem or a cough or a headache or a migraine. So until we don't know the real thing, others, general people, will not understand. What is this? Migraine means go and sit, meditate. Will it become all right? Like that, they might refuse or rebuke ideas like that. So Fletcher says, when he says, Jonathan says, calm down, slowly we will work. When they come back, and then they slowly teach the group again. And then there is a bird now again people have started coming from the flock. Lot of birds are coming. No, we also want to learn. We also want to learn. There's one small bird which comes with a broken wing. The wings are broken. He says, I want to fly, Jonathan, but I can't lift my wings. It is something problem, like, it's broken. Then Jonathan says, think that you are flying, think that you are up in the air, think that you are already reached there. And then he gives him that thought, how to work on his thought process, and he makes that bird also fly. So everybody, after he did this miracle, again people are again telling, oh, you're a great son of the seagull, you're the great master. How did this miracle happen, like, so from here also people will always say nice things. People will always say, not accept your way of thought, or but if we feel we are in the right path, never to leave learning, never to preach whatever is correct, stand by whatever we believe in and whatever we have experienced. So then Fletcher again, they're doing this like this. Fletcher again says, Jonathan, you told me long time when I came to start my lessons with you, to love them. Like, that was the last teaching your Chiang gave you, love and compassion. How can we love somebody who has shown so much of hatred on us? They all were about to kill us. Like, they were all throwing, like how a mob comes. Recently also we see sometimes our nation also, when we watch in the news, they're all electrified. Like, they want to burning buses or throwing stones or breaking things like that. They don't know, like that. They were all about to kill us. How do you expect us to show love to them? How do you expect me to show love to them, Jonathan? They were so much against us. Then Jonathan says, don't see them. Love somebody how to love somebody who try to kill you. Hatred and evil, we are not there to, like, anybody, see them as they are. Don't see, inside what we see. All of us are one soul. Same way, all the girls are pure, all the girls are same, all the girls have the same atman or soul inside. Outside, as per their understanding, as per their vasanas, they express something. Just ignore. Take the good in each one of them. That it must be something good. Everybody has got something good and something not good. So all of us are not perfect every time. All of us are not impure all the time. So take the good in them, the real gulf. Take something, whatever is good in them, and help them see that for themselves. Help them see, this is your good in this, you can do this. Encourage them so that they will come out, learn more and more. So that way you have to love the other person. Not because somebody also, we love our family, we say, but then sometimes when a husband scolds or when a child doesn't misbehave, the anger comes. Then where the love goes, we don't know. It just flies off the wind, out of the window. And then we work, okay, why did I get angry? Okay, what was that wrong? What when? Then we come back to the situation, work ourselves like that. Jonathan says all of us are pure souls inside. We say in anger sometimes, we say in hatred sometimes, but inside we are all the pure atman, pure. There is nothing to blemish. It is only dust covering up. When we clear that, it is just the pure atman inside. So we love that atman in everybody. We see that in everybody, and then we don't carry on for the words they say. We don't carry on the actions they do, and then we try to teach them also, do this. This is what your life is also to be like this. So like this, Jonathan talks to Fletcher, makes him understand all the lessons of what he has learned from Sulaiman and the Grandmaster Chian, everybody, everything. He gives slowly in small doses to this Fletcher. And by the time, there are lots of people who want to join them, who want to learn flying. So the crowd is more now. He's got a bigger class now. He starts with the 2 or 3. He started with 2, and then a bigger crowd, and there are bigger things to teach. So Jonathan he feels that it's time for him to hand over to Fletcher and go. Like how Chiang vanished, it Jonathan feels it's time to hand over to Fletcher and then go. So he calls Fletcher and tells all that lessons what he have to be told, and then he says, now you're the master for this gang. You take care, you take I said, yeah, I'm not the master. You are the master. You have to be here to teach us. What do you say? I can't manage like this. You can't leave us and go, Jonathan. Then Jonathan says, no, no, no. You have learned the basic, whatever I have told to tell you. So it is for you to now train these people, and uh, don't let them spread silly rumors about me. This is one more thing Jonathan says in the, don't let them idealize me as God, or don't let them make me as a devil, don't let them make anything oh, he's the greatest supreme God, like that. Don't let them make me as a hero also. Don't let them make me as a villain also. Don't let them make silly rumors about me. I am a seagull. I like to fly, and we are limitless, and we can reach wherever we want to be. We can make our life as heaven or hell. It is in our hands. All that, whatever teachings he gives in a nutshell to Fletcher. And then look with your understanding what you already know, and you will always see a way to fly. That is what. And then it, like how Chiang vanished, the same way Jonathan also, his feathers and his whole body goes shimmering, and he disappears, or he merges in the thin air, like that. A lot of stories, even in our culture, Hinduism, in the temples, lot of saints and sages merge with idols. I have seen, I have heard also. It is written like, the devotee goes and then merges with idol, like that. Then Jonathan also merges with the universe, like that. He just leaves his body, and he just merges one. And then Fletcher gains all the courage. He says, okay, no problem. Jonathan has made me the leader. I will do this, and I will come and meet you, Jonathan. Whichever level of world you are, and whichever higher level you are, I will come and meet you one day there. That was what he has installed in Fletcher. That much of teaching in Fletcher. He says, the last sentence, okay, I will come, whatever distance I am up here, I am going to appear, and I will teach you, Jonathan, a new thing about what you have not learned. When it comes to all of us, when we all understand, this is a body which is given birth, it has to go one day. But when the death comes, it is always with a little fear. We are not that very comfortable talking about it. We are not comfortable when it happens to the near and dear ones. We are not comfortable accepting it. The best thing part in this story book, whatever it is about Jonathan, the way they have, they happily left the body, and how our saints and sages happily they leave and they go to the next level, like that. Happily Jonathan leaves with a smile, with a shimmering, teaching the younger one generation, keeping up a leader. And it's time for me to let go. It is time for us to, so many things we don't let go in our life. So many times attachment to the daughter. Okay, let my daughter's wedding get over, I will let go. Let my grandchild get a school, I will let go of this body. We think we are ready to go, but when the end comes, when they ask, then there's so many things which will come in our mind. Okay, why should I go now? A little more time, I want to see my family settled, I want to see this happen, that happen, I can't do this, like that. Letting go of this body with grace, I wish I will learn from Jonathan and reach that state very soon. That is what with this book I have learned. Letting go in the last minute, letting go with grace, letting go with the knowledge. Okay, this is only the body. It is born. It has to go, and my soul journey continues. And be a little bit more a serious learner like Jonathan, not wasting time, to do all the things needed for the spiritual level to grow higher very fast. That is one thing I would like to absorb from this book and do it. And then when the stage comes to let go, when the successor is ready to let go of your things, not to have anything bind you, not to have anything stop you from reaching that higher state happily. So these are the few things which I enjoyed reading this book, Jonathan the Seagull. I hope you also did reading this. So that's the end for Jonathan. Not the end, it's a beginning for Jonathan for another lifestyle. We also will look working for the small tips or the teachings which we have learned through this book, and reach to the great heights, like how he has flown. up, shimmering the world, like our bodies also shimmer, and we will reach happily the next level of our journey on our spiritual level. So thank you so much to Padma and Vinita for listening to me. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Sunita ji, thank you for Karna ji for inspiring me to read and say these classes, which I enjoyed with Jonathan. I hope you all also enjoyed. Anything you want to say, you want to share?
Yeah, thank you. It is very nice.
Thank you, ma.
Even we learned what to say. We should be kindness with the love the people. You hurt also. We should love the people.
Yeah,
That
that
way
was
it
a
is.
message. That was a good message actually for me also. We hardly, I for me personally, I can never forgive people very easily. After coming to the spiritual level, we learn to forgive. Otherwise, they hurt me. It used to be always there, the good things people do, we always forget very easily. But anything negative anybody said, it stays in us. No, forgiving was very difficult. Slowly, I am applying also to love people who don't love, and then make them understand the right way. That was a nice thing also. Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and in the end also, you should not have much attachment with anybody.
Anybody,
That is a
yes.
good
True.
message.
Yeah, that was also a good
We
message.
loved
Thank you,
it.
ma'am.
Actually, we are able to see the real pictures when you are explaining.
Thank you.
So nice.
You can imagine the scenes and
Yeah,
can
the birds you said, no, the birds are flying in this way.
Yeah.
We are able to imagine that the birds are there. So nice.
nice.
Thank you. Thank you,
First
Amma.
day, I learned that we should not give up. The second day, we should be perfect. The third day, we should have the love and the compassion, and we will face many difficulties when doing good also.
Correct.
Then also we should overcome the difficulties. Then also we should not give up, and we should be perfect, and we should continue. It's a really
Thank you.
nice story. Thank you, ma'am. I enjoyed.
Thank you
I
so
thought
much.
I will miss this class, and you told me to lie down and listen. Really nice.
Yeah, thank you,
I
Amma.
couldn't.
Thank you. It was really nice. It is like, with you all, I am also learning. I have told it before, but then every time there's a new message coming. Every time when you read a book, it's a new message coming. I'm also learning. Okay, it stays fresh. So we are revising it. Okay, anybody says like this, no, I have to learn. Every day is a learning. If I don't learn, I will be next Janma, I will be like this. Oh my God, I don't want this. So every line is a learning. Every line is a inspiring. And thank you so much for being patient and listening to me. I enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you, Amma. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Meena ma'am and the Karunaji, spending time for us.